going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rush Hour Talk. You got your boys, the Lock Talk.
And I'm talented, ladies and gentlemen. We here.
Yes, sir, man. And we're going to talk about probably the biggest topic everyone always asks me, whether it's in person, online. I know you get a lot too, Booby, but when should you be betting? When is the best time to sports bet? So, Booby, I don't know if you had like an initial answer to that question, but for you, when's the best time to be sports betting? Or what do you tell most people?
Well, me personally, I would like to tell people holiday season. I know some people would say winter or like fall. I want to say holiday season because for some reason I see people cashing out when it's about to be Thanksgiving, it's about to be Christmas, New Year's, all types of holidays. You know what I'm saying? Well, summertime, I really feel like I hear a lot of people complaining in the summer. I don't know if it's baseball that's going bad. I don't know what other people are doing, but towards the end of the summer, I know there's a little bit of some. I mean, for me personally, like football is what I do mainly, and it's always been a great money season for me so far, thank God. And not only football is the only thing we see cashing out. I see a lot of basketball cashing out, like in December and stuff like that. Towards the end of November, December, I see a lot of basketball literally cashing out. That's about it. As far as my opinion on that, I feel like it's just holiday season. Like I said, you know, November, December, beginning of January, because I've seen a couple close ones, you know, do a lot of good things in basketball in January. And aside from that, yeah, I'm gonna leave it on holiday season. So it's practically the winter, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the winter. You know, November, December is the winter, man.
Hey, man. I cannot agree anymore. That's my answer. So the reason why I 100% agree with you is, so the time point from November to, I call it like probably February or even like now March, November to February, let's like from those 2 points, you have the most sports going on at one time. So you have NFL, college, you have NBA kind of getting into the swing of things. Then you have NCAA, college basketball coming in. NFL kind of swings off at the tail end of like that winter season. But you have basically 4 major sports going on all at the same time, not all at the same point of their life cycle. So you have the most opportunity to be betting on all these sports. So I bet on NFL, college basketball, NBA, all in that time period. And then there's other sports like tennis, soccer, UFC that all get sprinkled in even with that time frame too. So you have about like 7 to 8 sports going on at one time where you can make the most bets, the most units. So you have the most opportunities to be betting on if you bet on all sports. Of course, does that mean you're going to win? Absolutely not, but you have more things to choose from. You have more options. I'd probably say it's the best time to be betting because most people love betting NFL and a lot of people like betting NBA. To your point though, the summer is definitely one of the slower times because people don't like betting baseball, especially if you're a casual sports bettor, or if you don't like baseball and you don't really bet it. For me, the summer is great because baseball is every single day and there's like 10 games every single day, and baseball is a tough sport, so you really have to pay attention. I would also say the second best time to be betting is actually what we're gonna go into right now, April into like June. The beginning of baseball and then like kind of like the middle to like the playoff time for NBA. You get both NBA, NCAA March Madness, and then the beginning of baseball. That's another big part. So those two, it basically sounds like the entire year, which kind of sports betting is. But if you want to bet one specific point, I agree with Booby. November to like February, that's like the money season. You can get like 10, 20 bets in at one time because there are so many things going on at one time.
That's true. That's true, bro. I mean, you know, we do know March Madness kicks off and stuff like that. I heard there's a good money in March Madness. As far as I participated last year, there was some good money. And the year where St. Peter's went far. But that was just about it. It was just a couple days. Other than that, everything else is just like, it was completely quiet. Like, I was not seeing winning tickets. And I'm speaking not of myself. I'm speaking like involved with everyone in the betting community. Like, I just believe like around my birthday in May and stuff like that in the summer, I don't be seeing people hit big tickets. Not until August get here, where we here with college football, NFL, you know, then basketball kicks off with that. Playoffs for the baseball season is right there as well. People got it figured out by then. Like, it's beautiful, bro. And college has become a sport that you see, it's playing there's college every single day. You have a college game you could even see a college game on a Monday, a college football game. Like it's crazy. College Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sundays, depends if it's in Hawaii. But yeah, that's about it.
I'll say this. I'll say this, however, to everything that I said, even Booby said, my argument will also be there's no such thing as the best time to be betting, because the best time to be betting is when you find an opportunity where you have an edge, right? So you could have a great bet in July because maybe like there's a baseball game where you find there's an extreme value, like there's a big underdog, they're playing a big favorite team who's like on a big road trip, a good situational spot. That could be one of your best bets of the year, right? So again, like, my answer to, and maybe Booby's answer too, is like the best time to be betting is like November to February. I'm just saying just on pure volume and options. That does not mean you're going to be making the most money then, right? You could make the most money when no one else is betting. Sometimes that's even better because the more action there is, the sharper the books are. And I think in the summer, the reason why the most normal people don't do well is because they're not paying attention. They're kind of hanging out. They're on vacation. They're traveling. So they're not really like, being like honed in during the summer months. Which makes sense, man. I mean, most people are not doing this as their 9 to 5 or their main gig. But if you try to make it a side income, opportunities are there 24/7, 365 days of the year. So don't like only hone in on one time frame if you can, because there are opportunities well into the summer too.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Going back to what you were saying with the baseball situation in the summer, baseball is like I would want to say I would rate that as the hardest sport to bet on, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Some people like to do. I'm saying as far as the home run route, because a home run is basically like an anytime touchdown.
Or harder,
and a single, or harder maybe. Yeah. It is harder than an anytime touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Now a single, I would say a single's like a few yards or like a couple receptions. You know what I'm saying? Like a good amount of yards would be like a single. You hit a double, you go for 20, 30 yards, like stuff like that. A home run, I consider it anytime touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So a home run is hard, bro. They don't happen every day in baseball. It doesn't happen in every game, and it doesn't happen every day. Now in football, anytime touchdown, the odds be the same as just like the home runs. I be seeing people at plus 700, 500, all types of odds like that. And touchdowns happen every game. Now I'm gonna tell you this. The reason why the odds are like that and it's more given in football is only because it's only on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? We only got it on Sunday. Yeah, we have one game on Monday. We have a game on Thursday. But remember, those are primetime games. There's only one game involved. So not many touchdowns is gonna be scored. Now on a Sunday, that's different. You could collect a few things. Sunday's like a holiday, bro. And that's why I call it holiday season, because every Sunday that pops up is like everybody's rubbing their hands in the morning. Like it feel like their hand itching. Everybody feeling lucky on Sunday morning. Like we gonna get some money. But I'll be honest with you, when I'm comparing baseball and football, I'm not saying it because I'm a football dude, but the money's where football is where the money's at. Because I know some people that don't know football, and sometimes like even if they didn't happen, I see people figure it out sometimes in football. Football's not that hard if you put your eyes and time to it. Like if you really look at it, you really put some time and dedication to it, it's not that hard, bro. It could become a little overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. But
sure,
the money in the football season, I think, is a lot much better than any other season. Because you could combine that with the hockey, you could combine that with the NBA. You could combine that with the college basketball. When football's going on, especially main season of football, I'm talking about week 3 to week 8, or at least to week 11. That's like main time of football. And I start off, we got to start off kicking from August. You know what I'm saying? Preseason, that's where we got to start hunting, bro. But that's that's another thing too. Right now, baseball, we have preseason in baseball. Yeah. Baseball's so hard, it's so difficult to make money off of that. They don't even put baseball for us to bet on in the preseason. I don't know if you noticed that.
No, you can. It's just
certain
very
apps,
limited.
not FanDuel. I consider everything on FanDuel.
You're definitely right. I mean, preseason for baseball is very tough because they're kind of like football. They're trying things out. They're just testing stuff. So I don't bet preseason baseball. I know you bet.
Preseason on football is there. They let us bet on that. Why let us bet on preseason on football but not on baseball? I'm speaking of FanDuel because I know there's some sports book that allow you to bet on everything. If the game is on, you could bet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like an app like Fliff, DraftKings. A lot of those apps they allow you to bet on anything. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. To your point about, I'll say this: the best time to be betting is whenever you have the best option, like you're whatever you're good at, right? So for Booby, maybe there's certain times of the year, football is included among other things, that it's your favorite time to be betting.
Well, yeah.
Baseball is definitely very tough because it's a very streaky sport. I think to me, the hardest sports to be betting on are soccer and baseball. Soccer is a very tough sport just by the mechanics of the way the lines are made out. Like, in order for you to win on betting teams, you have to bet. If you bet money line, if the team draws, which happens a lot in soccer, you lose. So that makes it very tough. Imagine that existed for like basketball or football or some other sports. I mean, that'd be rough if you bet money lines on teams and like if they drew, you lost. Oof, that would be tough. And also like soccer's like the way it is in Europe and other countries, like teams are totally cool with tying. Like they're not like itching to win all the time. It's just like, culture too. But I'll say to your point about baseball, on home runs and things like that, dude, I mean, there are guys that can hit home runs every day, but they get walked. They get hurt. They hit long balls, but maybe the wind blows in and they get a triple, but you don't get the home run. So that's why those things are so juiced for home runs. Even like singles and doubles, if the guy got like a single, but they did a fielder's choice, that doesn't count as a single or a base. So there's all these rules to these props that, makes it very tough in baseball. With that being said, in my opinion, I think the best sport to be betting on, again, this is off pure volume, is baseball, because there's like 150 something games in a given year. Like no matter how hard it is, if you get good at it and you're able to see the game, you have the most options to win. That's just off pure volume. Like in football, you have how many 15, 17 weeks? Right. I mean, 18. Times 4, times the amount of teams. Baseball, there's 151 games for like 15 teams throughout like an entire baseball season. Just off pure volume, it's almost impossible to compete with baseball. With that being said, doesn't mean that it's the best sport to bet on to make money, because it's very, very hard because it's so streaky. Like you can go on crazy winning streaks, but then anyone that bets baseball a lot, they'll be like, yeah, like you go through losing streaks because, there's just so many games. It's hard to be super consistent every single time because so many things change. All
right, so you're telling me baseball is the easiest sport? Wait, I mean,
no,
baseball is the best sport to make money off of? You saying?
If you're good, the whole premise is at the end of the day is if you're good at something, you could have so many options, right? But like just if let's say you had the same level of competency in tennis as baseball, you'll make way more money in baseball just off the amount of options you have.
Well, I'll give you that because I will say if you're good at it, you're right. Mm-hmm. If you're good at it, what sport would you be making the most money out of? Baseball, yes, you're correct. If you're good at it, because it's every single day for a certain amount of period of time, month after month. Like we're not done with baseball till it's cold, and it still haven't gotten hot yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's about to start. So I understand if you're good at it, then you got it every single day, and you're gonna get money. You're gonna get right. Now football, it's hard because now I got a game on Sunday, Monday, Thursday. We speaking realistic, famous football we love. Now I'm good at it. So I'm gonna give you football Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have that same distance that baseball has. You know what I'm saying? All we got, like you said, is 18 weeks. And them 18 weeks, 17 weeks is those same 17 games, 18 weeks. We're talking about 100 plus games in baseball, bro. Like, if I'm not mistaken, baseball has more than 100 games, right? They be having it.
Oh yeah, like 150 games, and not 100 something games, not including the playoffs and postseason things like that. So I mean,
that's crazy.
Like, but at the end of the day, though, if you include proposition betting into all these sports, there's an unlimited amount of bets. No one can ever bet all these things, right? You don't have enough money to bet on everything.
That's 150 games each team, right?
Yeah.
So you know how many? Sure. If you times that each team, you know how many baseball games is that? How many opportunities you have? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All we have is 18 games a week. Y'all could easily have 18 games in a day.
Yeah, so I just looked it up. The MLB regular season schedule consists of 162 games. My bad, guys. I was off by 12 games.
Jesus Christ.
For each of the 30 teams in the American League and National League. So, I mean, just multiply all that. There's like over 3,000 something. It's like over, I think, 3,000 something games, like 4,000 something games, right? I think in 4,800 games that you can bet on.
Can I just throw something in the air?
What do you mean?
Now I understand where Barry Bonds and all these dudes came from, bro. Jason Giambi. The steroids, they needed it, bro. You're talking about 162 games every day, traveling back and forth and all this. I mean, it was obvious they was on steroids because no human's going to be able to, in your 100th game, you down, bro. And then they was like, yeah, we still here. So it's like, it's just crazy.
But baseball's
bro.
less exertion than football, though. Like, it's a way,
yeah,
I mean, not saying that you don't need to be athletic, but there's no like physical contact. There's no physical contact. Yeah.
Not physical contact, but a pitcher's job is the hardest job. You don't got to do it every day, but that's the hardest job. It looks easy because you're just throwing a ball. That's tiring. Like I played the sport when I was young, and pitching is tiring. Catching is tiring. Sometimes even standing in the outfield and having a ball hit to you is tiring and annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like baseball could be baseball is like a patience, but you gotta have patience for that sport. Oh yeah, I love it. You know, I'm Dominican, so you know we naturally born into baseball. Every Dominican kid gets put into a little league baseball thing. So baseball could be a very difficult sport, as easy as it looks, man.
Oh yeah, no.
Back to what we was talking about. Back to what we was talking about as far as like the
best time to be betting.
Best season and best sport. Yeah, like the best time, I would say the winter time. And the best sport to bet on, if you know what you're doing, I think I'm gonna have to go with Lock Talk's opinion with the baseball, and right behind that, I'm gonna go with basketball because it's every day. What sport is every single day? Hockey is every day as well, but it's not as many teams as far as we got in the NBA and we got in the MLB. I'm sorry about that, and not for nothing. It's not the same, bro. It's not the same. Now, what's the most exciting sport to bet on? And I'm not saying it because it's mine. It's football. I'm sorry. That's like the best thing to see. Your money's in the way and you seeing humans going to war for that. Let's go. That's war, man. I love the game. It's war, bro. There's blood, sweat, and tears out there. It's war. You know what that is, man.
Oh, no, dude. I mean, I agree. I think, like, my answer would be just to kind of piggyback on what Booby's saying. The best sport to be betting on is the one that makes you the most money. So whether it's you're betting on cricket, you're betting on bowling, you're betting on NASCAR, whatever makes you the most money is a sport you should be spending the most time and attention to. I don't care if there's only 5 games a year, but if you win and making money on those 5 games, you could be more profitable doing that than betting on 3,000 games a year if you're terrible at all those, right? So the best time to be betting, though, is probably when you have the most options. So go with the winter, but I will disagree with Booby. The best sport, in my opinion, to be betting on for the most action is fighting. Boxing, UFC, that's my favorite sport. That's my personal opinion, though, because I love watching people get knocked out, fighting.
I'll put that second.
But I love football, too. I love betting all sports, but whatever sports,
I'll put a second.
They make me money.
I'll put a second.
But, hey, look, again, guys.
I mean, it is exciting, man. You be there waiting. You be having months, bro. Months after months after months waiting, and then there you go, the fight that you was waiting for. That's exciting. You're right, bro. That is kind of exciting, but every Sunday is different.
No, but in the U.S., bro, NFL, college football is the most heavily bet sport for the U.S., and they're only a short time period, so people love football. So, again, guys, especially if you guys love watching the games while you're betting or placing plays, that winter time when you're at home cold, pay attention. November to February. Go get your money right. Build your bankroll up if you're starting the year. Right now with college, NBA, MLB coming in. And then as soon as you know it, you have a fat bankroll. And you can run it up in college football, NFL. That's the way it works. It's a whole season cycle, man. You make all that money in NFL. You end the year off right. And then you do it again. So that's how it works out. All right. Boob, you got anything else to say? We can close it off there. But
no, not at all. I'll close it off there. Can't wait for the football season.
Yes, sir, man. Stay tuned, guys, and good luck to everyone. Signing off. All right.
Peace
Let's shut
out.
it down. Let's go.